reading with fluency and comprehension. Now, I should go back to that class, right? Now, this emerged during a two-day conference dubbed Africa Evidence Forum on Foundational Learning, where 6 African countries convened in Nairobi to, among other things, interrogate why there is very slow progression or progress in getting all the children to learn at the foundation level. Elsewhere in Turkana County, another survey conducted by the Catholic Church Diocese indicates that literacy levels in that county stand at a disappointing 18%. Shadrach Mete reports.
Africa Evidence Forum on Foundational Learning saw representatives from 6 African countries, Rwanda, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Uganda, Tanzania and host Kenya, converge in Nairobi for a 2-day conference. At the center of the discussion was the impact of proper foundational teaching and learning, which stakeholders highlighted as critical for the learner's intellectual and mental growth.
By foundation, we mean by the time the child is finishing grade 3 in our Kenyan context, to be able to read with fluency and comprehension, so understand what they are reading, and also be able to reason with numbers. We know that we have a big gap.
We need to now do something with urgency. Because can you imagine going through school, 6 years, you're in grade 6, and there are some who are now in junior secondary, perhaps, who are not able to read. It means then you begin to fail, and the school system is failing you.
A study conducted by Usawa Agenda in 2021 on the literacy and numeracy levels among primary school learners showed that just about 40% of grade 4 learners were able to read with fluency and comprehension, while in grade 3. Education stakeholders say such a low percentage paints a grim picture of how Kenyan children could be getting very weak foundational learning skills. And to mitigate the situation, parents have been challenged to actively participate in developing a reading culture in their children by buying them reading books and materials.
Parents and everyone who cares, children need books at home so that they are supported to be able to read. The love for reading is important, so having as many things as possible at home for children to read, we know helps.
Please help us make everyone care about education. Because it affects everyone. Whether you have a child in school or not, what goes on in education eventually affects you in your house, on the road when you're traveling, at your place of work. So let it be our challenge.
Meanwhile, in Turkana County, another report by Catholic Church Diocese of Lodwar shows that literacy levels in the county stand at a disappointing 18%.
Majority of the learners during the assessment that were exposed to issue of literacy could not read grade 4 text or grade 4 messages. Meaning, we have to build a basis of foundational literacy from early childhood or the background, that is what we call the ECD.
So in Turkana here, parents, that is the father, the mother, have neglected their roles of teaching children values that are rightfully accepted in the society.
Teachers in Turkana County have blamed parents for not being positive role models to their children.
Fail to be role models, positive role models to our children. Because of what happens at home, the child cannot learn anything positive.
The report was critical of the huge number of learners who are unable to read in Turkana County. Shadrach Mete, KTN News.
Also,